Hey, hey, this is not a test. Hey, this is not a test. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. What's my volume? Mic check, mic check. This is not a test. Hey, this is not a test. Hey, let's get it. Westbrook the Don. Westbrook's the best player in the league, y'all. Oh shit, April Fools was yesterday. Sound check. Y'all can hear me good. Do I need to turn it up? Sounds good. What up? What up, y'all? So I figured from the last experience with this, I'm going to pause it, as close to jump as possible and wait like 5 minutes. We'll just chop it up or whatever. And then we'll just do a countdown and start it so then people can stream back and forth. Damn, they got the yellow tape out. They got the yellow tape out in OKC. They know they about to catch a body. Yeah, it's the motor, man. It's the motor. But you can't really teach it. What? I got hit with the pause already? Oh, okay. So I've been at little Alk's basketball game, her second official school game. Very proud, man. Very proud. So she's still 12. She's a 12-year-old in 7th grade because her birthday is in September. So we just pushed her in early. And she's playing on the 8th grade team. So these girls are like 14. And she's the 6th man. She came off the bench, 10, 2, and 3. Or 3 steals and 2 assists. And she's balling, man. She's balling. So we just got back from that. They just got a dub, their first dub of the season. Why you look like a basketball? You talking about the braids? Nah, man, I've had the braids for a long time, man. This is going into the end of last season, really. Because when I started getting it twisted up, I'm just usually in a hat. But yeah, this webcam, I'm on my computer, like built-in webcam, because I don't want no streaming problems, but it like blows me out. I have to have all these lights in the background for the green screen. And so it kind of like blows me out, like the picture, but pause. That's a super pause, right? Oh, man. Yeah, man. The triple single, y'all talking? No, man, I'm just excited. And I want her to have fun, man. I know I put a lot of pressure on her. I'm super intense. I'm super LeVar in the crowd. At the end, I was like, hey, you're being too nice. Like when it was quiet in the gym, I was like, you're being too nice. And they had closed the game out. And she just wasn't pressuring the ball. And I was like, yo, just go. If she's going to put the ball in front of your face, slap it away. And I'm just trying to coach habits. And I really like, in hindsight, when I get home, I'm like, man, I was probably a real asshole in the bleachers. But like in the moment, I give no fucks. I'm like, I give no fucks. But that's just what it is, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I mean, you can enjoy it. It's give and take. Yeah, man. It's give and take. Like, she feels both my girls hoop and they feel pressure because they know I'm like watching it intensely. But it's at the same time, it's fun, man. It's fun. It's fun. I didn't catch this game. OKC won. I don't know if y'all want to fill me in, but that looks like the 8th seed. Now, I don't know how many of you listen to the Bill Simmons pod. I really like Russillo. We usually talk about who you listen to, the pods and the different sports media. Russillo is on point. Like there's no shenanigans. He's a man's man, right? Like you can tell, he take it for what it's worth. He's a man's man, right? Like he's in the gym lifting weights. He tries to hoop. Like I've said this before. Like you don't have to be like so many of these former player analysts, Paul Pierce, Chauncey's very dry. Chauncey's obviously smart. Greg Anthony's the shit. Thank God we got this crew. But a lot of these former NBA guys, right? They just have no business in the media talking basketball. Like they're just bad at it, right? But at the same time, like Ethan Sherwood Strauss and some of these dudes, and like I'm working on this KD vid for the big channel, and I had to dig back into that KD Strauss thing. And there is an element of like the dudes that are just like all words, all analytics, all, not a man's man. Right. And so sometimes I don't always relate to those dudes. I take what I will from them. They add to this. They add to the media as well. Very, very wordy and they're smart shit. But sometimes it's like, just shut your mouth, bro. Like I can tell you've never competed physically at anything, like at a level where you thought you were going to be hurt. Anyway, I'm on a little rant. Players only. Yeah, players only. They need to cut that back. It's like I don't know. It's something that you started to look forward to, and then they just started to hit you with it every week, right? Oh, Russillo. So Ryan Russillo, he has a radio show. Let me just swipe up at the pod, but he does a weekly now with I keep saying Ben Simmons instead of Bill Simmons, because I did this Ben Simmons piece for that NBAgods.net. That's going to drop on Friday. Y'all think I'm like laying in the cut and not working? I'm working every fucking day, man. I got shit in the works. And then when the playoffs start, I am planning to try to drop stuff like nightly, whether it's just like a quick pod as far as like, did y'all see this in the playoffs tonight? Like quick takes. I'm going to really up my volume of content for the playoffs. I'm trying to like pick my spots. If I would have done it all year, I'd be burnt out by now. And this is the go time. Yeah, tip off shortly. I'm looking here. Draymond, the fines. Did y'all read they fined him? That was you want to talk about a late call, a late whistle, the late fine from the NBA. But I'm here to say I'm with it. Like, let's be a little bit objective here. Like the way they taunted the refs and like the shit they were talking, like that's fine. Like I see why they did it. I agree. But you can't allow teams to do that and not fine them. Like, do you know what kind of floodgates you're opening if they didn't fine those three? And so I completely understand it. They're showing here, I'm at the point here where they're getting ready for tip. Have we seen, someone remind me, have we seen Jokic and Boogie yet? Was he in that last matchup? I can't quite recall. The end of the regular season, if you look at these final games, man, they are brutal. All right, I'm holding at the tip. I'm holding at the tip. Pause. So I've literally got it. I guess, should I hold it at a point in the clock? Hold on. So I'm going to let it go here. So as soon as I get a score clock, a scoreboard, I'll hold it, at 11:57 or whatever it is. And then we'll wait a few minutes and let everybody kind of sync up here. Steph's bringing it up. All right. 11:53. I'm going to hold it. So I'm holding it 11:53. We'll wait a few minutes. Someone had recommended last time, like I need to hold for longer. I got anxious last time. I was like, all right, y'all ready? Let's go. I like to watch the shit live because I get caught up in I'm addicted to my phone like all of us. And you'll like swipe on your phone. And if you're not live, I know you know what I'm talking about. You fuck your shit up. Try not to chomp into the mic. I've got sparkling water. The Kirkland is the best. I don't know if y'all go to Costco. The sparkling water holds me down. I got to stay hydrated. And I got a little cheap red wine. I went to the store for my stout. It was out. The stout's not very popular, man. Like it's hit or miss, at least around here. Mesa, Arizona isn't exactly like, the epicenter for diversity in different foods and wines and whatnot. Shit is held for review. Let's see what it says. Kyle, you out here talking crazy shit. Oh, I see what you're saying. Damn, you can't go back on the TNT stream? Damn it. Okay, locked at 11:53. 11:39. Yeah, see, so I would have streamed along with y'all on like a Bay Area telecast, but I'm concerned obviously with my internet connection. Like I didn't want to stream the game and try to like stream to you guys, so I'm trying to use my DirecTV, and y'all know the deal. I can only get the TNT. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. We'll wait a little bit. We got 51 folks in here. 51 folks on that count. But I don't know. I'm trying to look for some suggestions. Water polo, what's good? I like that fire emoji. That's like a different one. YouTube's always changing their shit. But so we've got back-to-back Lakers, Cavs, Memphis, Clippers, There's 2 back-to-backs to finish the season. The Clippers game might get a little spicy because I don't know if the Clippers have it in them to kind of chill. Even if the seeding may be like set, I'm not sure the Clippers have it in them to chill. But the Lakers game, the Grizzlies game, and the Cavs game, man, like I'm gonna break them down because that's what I do, man. That's what I do. But I'm looking. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and play with some stuff, do some different things because it's just it is what it is. I don't know if there's much to analyze in those final games. You never know. You never know. Sometimes weird shit happens. But I'm assuming if we handle business tonight, these final games, they're probably gonna kind of just try to shut things down and chill. But we'll see. Okay. So I'm at 11:53, shot clock at 17. Steph is like got the ball at his hip. Jamal Murray rolled the ankle the other day. Let's see who they're starting. That's the one thing when I watch these with y'all. That's why the breakdown tomorrow, for those of you that need that, I can't promise that it'll be as in detail because I'm not going to be able to. I'll try to rewatch most of it, but let's see here. They got Will Barton, the Warrior Killer, on KD. Gary Harris matched up with Clay, and Millsap and Draymond. Interesting. I might have put Millsap on Durant, but the center matchup looks like what's going to be fun. Let's look for it now. Gary Harris, they list him at 6'5". Let's see if Clay can big boy him. He's built. Gary Harris is a nice strong guard, but I'm not quite sure that he's 6'5". And we've seen the trend of Clay kind of taking the mouses in the house down on the block and working them. Kemba, Chris Paul, quite a few guards lately have felt Clay's wrath in the block. All right. When Millsap's on the line at 11:11. Okay. And if you use the stream, you can catch up. All right, Mage is in the house. Cool. All right, you guys, what do y'all feel like? We got around 50 people watching here, so you guys think we should jump in and get going with this thing or what? I feel it feels kind of different. The Utah game, it felt like there wasn't as much on the line here. Hopefully we get some dramatics. Y'all ready? All right, I'll count. I'm at 11:53, 17 on the shot clock. 1, 2. See, I got to get this go. So on the count of 3. See, I ain't used to calling these races. Ready? So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Shot clock at 14 now. Right away, that Steph action. Shout out Paradox if he's watching this, and me and him have conversated a lot about Steph's form, and you notice it's so compact and like motionless when he's on. I mean, it's the most efficient release ever. Harris has a weird bag of shots. I think DeMarcus might fuck up Jokic. Like if it'll be dependent on how they call this. As you see, Will Barton's going to go to the line here. Will Barton's a tough guard, man. Will Barton, a guy like that with that type of energy, he relentlessly attacks you. And he's kind of like unflackable. So it's just his relentless attack can be exhausting if that's your assignment. But at the same time, he could shoot you out of a game. What's Kerr got? Kerr's got a little vodka and spritzer. You got to say he's looked much more comfortable this season, right? As far as his neck stuff goes. Offensive rebound. Millsap. He doesn't really. Oh, my God, Dre. Is he chipped up? Ooh, wee. Paul Millsap is like the equivalent of like Andre Iguodala as a big on the three-point line. Like, yeah, he will shoot it. And that's kind of how he drew that foul right there. He was kind of like almost trying to bait Draymond. Like, he will shoot it because he knows he has to, but he doesn't really want to shoot it. That's uncharacteristic of Dre, though. Oh, yeah. Kyle, my bad. We're up now. Shit. I got caught watching the game. Millsap was on the line. Clay just clanked off the front of the rim. Barton pushing in transition. 10:57. Oh, that's a tough floater. Cool, cool, cool. My bad, Kyle. I'm watching it and I get caught up in my little rants. I'm trying to pace myself, man. This is a lot of on-air time for me. Barton's crowding Steph. I feel like Steph almost likes the crowding. Do you agree? Like, it depends who it is, right? If it's Marcus Smart and you can smell his breath, that's probably not preferable. But most guys, when they crowd Steph, I think he likes it. Okay, Slim. I like the intensity early. Looks like we're going to get a game here. Foul that fat boy. Oh. DeMarcus can't get nothing. I got to see that one again. I'm at 10:15, 24 seconds on the shot clock, 8-5 Denver. Boogie gets a fucking bad whistle, man. Like, I get the block charge calls. Yeah, he was moving. He moved his hip to the left. Watch at the last second. Whoop! You see how he moved his hip? But Boogie gets a lot of bad touch calls, in my opinion. Like the verticality rule. Are y'all way ahead of me? Everybody's saying Millsap's on tonight. Boogie needs to be. That's way short. I could tell he put too much rotation on that one. Okay, so y'all are ahead of me. I'm just seeing the Millsap corner 3 now. I'm at 9:48, 9:47. I don't know how everybody's got to find their own sync up. I'll reset again at the quarter and pause. KD at his money spot. Got him. Yeah, if Millsap's going to hit threes, that's kind of like the key for them. It's just like I was talking with Iguodala. Like if Iguodala's hitting threes, we're tough, right? Or if Draymond's hitting threes, we're tough. Crowd sounds nice. I think they know that this is more than a regular season game, more than a normal regular season game. Cool. Mage, man, I want you to do a quick pod with me for the playoffs, man. I really do. I love James, but I really we can't get deep into the basketball talk, man. And not like deep, but just like I'd love for you to jump on, whether it's just like 15-minute audio. 15, 20-minute audio after a playoff game. And that goes for any one of you, any one of the patrons that wants to give it a shot with me, man. I want to have like guests on. I want to change it up and grow it. Jamal Murray at the top. Boogie switched out on him. Clay's strong, man. Oh, Millsap going to work. I like Denver's strategy. My one knock with Denver watching them this year is I feel like they haven't utilized Millsap enough. Denver's turned up. Shout out my guy who had me worried, that Denver was going to not even like show up for this game. I think it was Steve or somebody in the comments from the last video. Denver looks like they want this thing, and they're up 14-7, 8:25 on the clock first quarter. Jamal Murray's had reoccurring ankle rolls wearing those Adidas. It looks like he's in the Dame Lillard's. All right, I got you. I'm going to sign you up, man. And no pressure, man. I'll even let you hear it before I release it or wherever I release it. Murray, 3-ball, no, sir. It's going to be interesting because I get the feeling in this game, KD, that's a deep pass. Did y'all see that bounce pass, that entry pass to Boogie right there? If you watch the Duke game, how come they did not pass to Zion like that? The entry passes to Zion in the tournament, my God, they were appalling. They were just appalling. Yeah, I might have to cop them 12. Step back 3-ball. That got arc. Oh, okay. No call. We're going to have a game tonight, y'all. I think both teams are with the right. That's offensive. My God. Oh, see, I don't have the audio. Murray's a real arrogant bastard, isn't he? Yeah, he's in those Lillard skater Adidas. Okay, you waiting after the timeout, Tony? Yeah, it looks like it's coming up here. KD in his money spot. Hit him with the pogo. We haven't seen the one-legged fade. That's his spot for it. Barton stands no chance. I'm interested to see how demonstrative they get with the referees if it gets ugly. He hits that all day, man. Millsap's eating Draymond's lunch, bro. That's a tough matchup because they're of like size. They have like attributes, right? They're kind of undersized, quicker, strong guys. Get that. Okay, Slim. That was too easy. He had to slow down and wait for him. Yeah, these dudes, it's rough, man. Not that I'm any better, but at least, I don't know. At least we can have some fun. I want to have a HBO telecast where you're just like, tell me if y'all think this is probably off my rocker, but I'm kind of sick of the politically correct bullshit. All right, we're at the commercial. I'll pause when it gets back. I'm at the commercial right now. Yeah, Katie, it's time for Katie to turn up. So I'm working on this video. It's kind of goes along. It's more of just a YouTube, like kind of a clickbaity video, but I need to get my subs up on there. But it's basically, I'm going to present the case just like I did this week in the breakdowns of how the Warriors are going to try to keep Durant, right? And I'm working on that. So I'm in the commercial. I'll pause it when it gets back on it with a timestamp and try to get everybody up with it. Fast forward, but then but Fred, then people can't catch up. I don't think, can they? I don't know, man. Maybe at halftime or some point we can speed up and everybody can be caught up. But I think people are still trying to catch in. Lost my train of thought on this. Fast forward, then pause. Everybody's with that. Kareth. Tony, what do you rate Kareth Burke? Is she a go? Is she a go? Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I gotta let this play out here for a little bit. I know it's not optimal. We've become so impatient because of DVR. I know I have, man. And like what are you going to show me right now type of thing. It's crazy. I don't watch commercials. I don't know who watches commercials, right? Like sometimes I'll catch one and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That was a crazy commercial. And my kids are like, you haven't seen that? It's been on for 6 months. Oh, okay. Thank you. So this politically correct shit online, it's just a bit much. Like, so an example of this, and this is hit or miss. So obviously the hip hop community, the world's really mourning Nipsey Hussle. And for those of you that aren't aware of him, I know I have a lot of different, people that are on here and follow me that not necessarily into hip hop, but the difference with Nipsey was he wasn't just a normal artist. He really moved it outside of music. He was a role model in the community, and he was really more than. He wasn't just your stereotypical dumb rap artist, and that's why you're seeing this outpour for the loss of him. I go on Twitter at halftime of my daughter's game, and I guess the LBGTQZXY community is like all up on him. They're like, man, fuck this dude. We can't mourn him. He said homophobic things in the past. And maybe it's not the best example. All right, we're about to head back into here, but it's just like, I don't know how everybody's out to get you at any type of way you feel about anything. Okay, I'm going to pause it. Shit, I can't even see it over. It's at 53, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, but Kendrick, they were killing him. They were killing, like, they were like up in arms about it. They're deciding to like be mad about it in like a Me Too act on the like cuffs of his death. It's just like, stop, man. But I want a private, whether it's a private platform or not, I kind of want a place where I can just sound off, man. Whether it's offensive or not, you don't have to agree, but I don't want to be like crucified for saying, how I feel. Like, and I'm just kind of tired of it, man. Not that I do. I just feel like sometimes I'm like, all right, I better not say that. People are going to be all on my head. Yeah, Harris is about to inbound. I'm at 18 seconds on the shot clock, and Harris is looking for Murray, who's cutting to the basket. Okay, at 53. All right. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Murray wasn't found on that. He got him in the corner. Draymond's on Murray. Both Murray and Harris have a crazy floater game around the foul line. Jokic needs to chill with the whiplash. Oh, get him. Get him, Boogie. And won this fool. I just did, Tony. I hit you at 1:30. I'm at 6:30. Damn, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'll try. I'm just going to keep going with it. Barton pull-up jumper in Slim's face. Nailed it. 18-13. 6:15 on the clock. I'm not doing like play-by-play, so, I don't think you have to be super sunk up. But all I can do is try. Durant, early 3. I'll take it. This is playoff atmosphere. Yo, Boogie and Jokic, like, Boogie feels like fucking Blake Griffin against Jokic, right? He's like, man, I'm quicker. I can jump higher. Okay, Draymond. Redemption, baby. Give it up. Finish that. The effort level's high from Denver, man. They're long and fast, right? You can definitely see like they're the younger team. Cool. Most of you are. I appreciate the support. Y'all. It's been, I'm not going to front, man. I'll click on and I've done this a couple times. You're probably tired of hearing this, some of you that have been with me for a while, but I'll click on like one of these YouTube videos about hoops with like 500,000 views. And I'm like, how? Lob Plumlee. Plumlee eats us up, man. Denver looks like they knew we were going to come out and try and stomp them. They're fully erect here at Oracle. You like that? Pause. Throw it back, Draymond. Yeah, Boogie and Jokic are going to have a high jump contest at halftime. No, but yeah, just my rant on that. And so I'm not going to lie. At times I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm going about this the right way. I'm putting in a lot of work. I feel like I have a good knowledge and I'm a lot better than these fools, but I got to learn to play the game. I got to stay persistent. But like I said, come playoff time, I'm really going to try to amp it up here. I've been kind of pacing myself. I'm excited to drop more content. Clay, Murray, got him. That's just a thing of beauty, that efficiency in the triple threat position. Okay, I'm at 4:40, 19 seconds on the shot clock. We'll try again at the quarter. Gary Harris. It's 2020. KD out in transition at midcourt. Usually likes to in and out there. One more, Clay. Oh, I didn't like that shot. I thought he should have swung to Steph. Now they've got numbers pushing. Plumlee's going to get a dunk here. Barton ain't never seen a shot he don't like. Like I said, it's not that he's efficient. It's Barton's relentlessness. His motor is his greatest asset. Like he just doesn't, he's never lacking confidence. And then he's just constantly attacking you and it can wear you out. One more, Draymond. Oh, I didn't like that clutch. Steph trying to draw the foul. He wants Murray out the game. Boogie rumbling, tumbling, Euro. That's a travel. I'll take it, Boogie. The battle of the most athletic big man in the league. Did he sham God him, Kyle? It was a sham God without the dribble. Oh, this could be tough for Slim right here. Yeah, I'm not with the head whipping, lashing shit that he does every time there's contact. It's whack, dude. It's whack. It's pussy shit. I would talk shit if I was playing against him. Boogie rumbling, he gets the roll. Both these, you're looking at two of the best touches for big men in the league, right? Their touch around the basket. They just softly get it up there. How many rattle-in baskets do these two have? No, but yeah, I wouldn't be on some like bad blood talking shit to Jokic if I was playing against a player like that, but I would be definitely like letting them know my displeasure of the whiplash bullshit. Plumlee facing up Durant. Wow, that's too deep. All right, 2:45. Durant bringing the ball up. We've got the starters still in the game. Kerr rolling with the starters for This is an unusual rotation, right? Usually by now we've seen Iguodala and Looney. They're at the scores table, 3-ball, can't get it. Yeah, the headlat. Oh, yeah, that was extracurricular. So I just swung a little elbow right there. Right, right. The conspiracy theory. That's so I'm working on this video. I'll probably have it done. This schedule is fucking brutal for these final 4-5 games, but I'm gonna have that video by the end of the week, and I'm gonna kind of put it together in kind of more of a cinematographic. Is that all right? Is that the right word? We're at the commercial here. More of a cinema. You know what I'm trying to say, but just put it into like an artsy style of what I'm trying to say and how they would perhaps keep him. Y'all hear the news. They can. The thing is with the media, it's so clear. Like everybody, and I don't blame them. Like let's be objective again. Let's try to be. If you were, I always use the Orlando Magic. I don't know why. If you were a Pelicans fan, first off, stay safe. No, but if you were a Pelicans fan, right? Let's just say, like everybody in the league, every other fan base is rooting for Durant to leave for obvious reasons. So I get it, but the media is not exempt from this, right? The media clearly wants this dude to leave, so they're like feeding fuel to the fire. Cinema rolls, the B roll, cinnamon, yeah, cinnamon more cinematic. I'm gonna deliver the KD theory and how the Warriors keep Durant into more cinnamon. Now I've lost it. But yeah, man, I don't know about this Shazam movie. I'm gonna have to hard pass on the Shazam. I'm really excited for Avengers Endgame though. I can't front. I'm a comic nerd. Not anymore, but like in my youth, like me and my cousin, we collected the cards, the Marvel. I'm a Marvel dude. Well, I love Batman too, but finally seeing this whole Thanos and Infinity thing come to like the big screen is dope. Cinematic. There it is, Mark. Cinematic. A cinematic way. This brother's nose is crooked as hell. It keeps. He's like, I'm going to keep my nostrils. I'm going to keep my hair. You read good reviews on Shazam? Yeah, I thought that the Miss, is it Captain Marvel or the last one? It looked bad, and then it got really good reviews. But I have a hard time trusting these reviews. I do. Did I tell y'all I got a AG, you don't like the Avengers, dog? I wish that they would. And I'm an X-Men kid. You remember the X-Men cartoon from like 90? Well, some of you weren't around for this, but the early 90s, the X-Men had a cartoon Saturday mornings. I used to miss it from my soccer games. I always had soccer games on Saturday morning, but I would try to record it in a VCR. And that na. So that was my thing right there. I love the X-Men. That's what took me off on it. Gambit, Mon Ami. Right, water polo. That was so bomb, and the whole apocalypse storyline was just fire. I'm listening to the audio assist, the coach's corner. All right. Oh, we're still in the first quarter. I guess there's been quite a few fouls. It feels kind of like a slow quarter, even though the action is fast. You got Iguodala and Loon in there. McKinney should be able to get off in this game because the way Denver likes to run. McKinney does run the floor very well. Oh, did Loon finally put on the dames? Stephen. I'm definitely checking for Game of Thrones and Avengers. Graduate from college? Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'm gonna call you QH because I don't wanna butcher the name. Congratulations, Q. Thrones, because it's the end game, that it's gonna be fire. I just know I won't be disappointed. Little give and go action, the lob. Looney's just slow off the ground. He is wearing those Dame 5s. Looney's it's hard to catch Looney with the lobs, right? Because he takes so long to load up. Out in transition, Iguodala 3-on-3. Steph felt the trailer defender. Has Millsap has played the whole first quarter. I don't know if he has a tank like that. We'll see how Malone manages his gas. Barton and McKinney. That's an interesting matchup. They're both going to bite at every pump fake, every movement they each do. Iguodala, man. What's dope is you can tell Iguodala has like, it's run throughout the team. Like his rip move, he teaches it to his teammates clearly. Yeah, I'm at 50.4. 1.2 on the shot clock. Plumlee corner 3 ball. That looks in. Damn, that kind of worried me. Shot clock violation 48. Oh, and they just changed the clock on me here. 49.3. 11:51. Ben, you're already in the second quarter. Damn. Yeah, we paused for a bit. Steph split dribble. Oh, don't do him like that. Corner 3 ball. Get that, Zoe. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 30-24. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. They look crisp. This is just good basketball, right? Like some of these games you turn on, man, and it's just a slog. Feet set. That's the problem with Barton is he needs to pound the shit out of the ball to really be in a rhythm. He's not much of a catch and shoot shooter from what I've seen. That doesn't really fit Denver. You already have too many guys that want to massage the fuck out of the ball. Steph, ooh, he put him on skates. Steph has maybe the best in and out move in the league. Giannis is, I don't really count it as an in and out. It's more of like a crazy Euro. Okay, Looney. Situational awareness, Looney. Someone needs to go grab Draymond. All right, we're into the quarter. 30-24. That was an entertaining quarter. And you consider how well Denver came out for us to be up 6. You know, no complaints, right? Yeah, if you're ahead, then you'll catch up. You can just, if you're patient, right? End of the first, exactly. Yeah. Oh, because it's a cuss word. I don't know how to turn that off. I'm gonna try to do like quick snaps. I don't know if it's these YouTube stories, or maybe from Instagram. I'm gonna try to do like quick stories and snaps like live during the playoffs, because I'm gonna watch these playoffs. I feel like we're gonna get double the playoff action because of the way the East is now. Like how many years in a row has the Eastern Conference been like a wash, like for like half the series, right? Like, and so now all of a sudden, I feel like we have double the playoff action. Yeah, Ed, you saying IG? I'm trying to get on there. I'm going to get on there. My boy Joel's been kind of like helping me out, switching over to a business account and all that stuff. I'm going to start doing that. Keeps jumping ahead. That's got to be, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm about to just give out my league pass password. You know, they made Liam. I agree that there's just so many. There's a lot, man. And then second round Eastern Conference, it's gonna be like heavyweights, no matter how you spin it. Any chance the Pistons surprise anyone? Are they where it's day to day, right? They're between like 6 and 8 right now, right? So what is their possible opponent? Philly? Is it Philly, Detroit? AG, how do you sync? I'm in a commercial between quarters. As soon as the second quarter comes back, so it'll be like 11:57, 11:58. I'll hit pause with the little DirecTV remote, and then I'll wait for you and give you a 3-second countdown, and then we can all try to catch back up. Mark, you always be coming with these. It's like hockey out there. I never know the context of what you were speaking on. Is it like you talking about the Eastern Conference? Okay, yeah. Okay, back. Detroit, Philly. That's what I thought. That's what the last time I looked, it was Detroit, Philly. I really like Blake Griffin's, how his game has evolved. And I've really come to like Blake Griffin. I feel like once he detached from CP, I was like, all right, I fuck with Blake Griffin. And I think partly was he did a lot of like video type stuff. Like, you know, he's trying to be a stand-up comedian, and he's kind of showed his personality off the court. And I realized like, yo, Blake is chill. Like Blake is, he kind of gets a bad rap, right? And then what's his name? What's the kid? The second year kid from Duke, that's shoots the lights out. Anyway, I don't know. Detroit. I think Drummond. I'm still not a big Drummond fan. I still think he's a pussy. You know, to be frank about it. Let me see. Is my sound effects working here? Yeah, but Drummond's still a pussy. I feel like for the most part he has. And I'll be fair. I don't watch a ton of the Pistons, but a lot of the time the stats are hollow. Like when push comes to shove and you need him, like where's he at? But they are a physical team, and I think Dwayne Casey's a good coach. Oh shit! All right, here we go. All right, I'm at 11:54 with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Mark, your boy Quinn Cook has checked into the game, and he's finna go off. He's about to hit 5 threes. Yeah, Luke Kennard. I like him. He's a little more athletic than I thought. I'm not gonna front. Yeah, removed from the white stigma, but I mean he's got some wiggle to him, right? And you can see now that's why they traded Reggie Bullock, I think, to get Kennard those minutes. Who else? I just don't trust Reggie Jackson. I almost like Ish Smith better, honestly. But again, this is from a distance. So I'm paused again at 11:54 with 18 seconds. Are y'all ready for a countdown? Kyle, you at Monte Morris on the line. Quinn put him there probably. What up, Tyrone? Yeah, Boogie. I like this Boogie matchup. Although Plumlee, I think, could give him problems. Plumlee is a big athlete, man. Plumlee's really athletic. Okay. So fast forward. All right, I'm gonna count down here. I don't know exactly. I don't think I can please everybody with these. Fast forward. So y'all want me to fast forward and then pause? I think at the half I can fast forward. All right, I'm going to count down. I'm at 11:54, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And he just blew by Quinn Cook. I almost feel like I watch so much basketball and then like trying to coach it and watch it at this youth at just the basic levels of it. Defense is like so like innate almost. Like it's like a mindset, right? And like Quinn, like he showed his effort in the last game. He just doesn't have the mindset to defend. Like at this point, it's just too late for him. Like he can put stints together of effort, but his instincts are just fucking awful. Defensively. Offensively, obviously, he can shoot. Boogie. Oh. DeMarcus, we've talked about the hands. We've talked about the footwork, right? And the skill. His timing is very good, too. Like, did you see the timing on that rebound? I'm at 11:30, 13 seconds on the shot clock. The timing on that second rebound there, it was all timing. That's what it was. Boom. He just jumps at the right time. That's what you get when you're not just jumping over people. Right. Yeah, I can't. No, just count down. All right. Well, I hope y'all are. Damn, you at 7:40. I don't know what to tell how far some of you have got. If you guys are that far ahead, can't you go back? This Pacers Celtics first round. One thing I disagreed with Russillo and Simmons on the pod today was they were like, everybody's writing Portland off. Just because they lost Nurkic doesn't mean that they can't beat people. Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of does, right? Kind of does. Like, Ann McCollum has a bum knee. Like, Clay loves to pass to DeMarcus. All right, well, at the half or at the next break, I don't know, because I'm going to throw off. It's a damned if I do, a damned if I don't, right? Like the few of you that are way ahead, I do that, and I'm going to throw the people off that are behind or that are with me, I think. I don't know. Someone help me out. Morris, Sean Livingston with the block. Clay, good pass. Good pass. Good ball movement. As good as they're playing, though, Denver's right there. It's a 3-point game. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to go with the majority. Yeah, I'll try. We'll try to sync up. I know it's a battle. Every night is a battle. I love that skip move. It just happened. I'm not like talking about it as it happens. That skip move that Clay uses, that big hop skip move like Giannis and a lot of the lankier guys use. Oh shit. Boogie needs to chill out, man. That's way too much hitting the ground like that. I just don't. I'm gonna go on a little Cook rampage again, man, because it's like, uh, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, man. I don't trust Quinn in the playoffs. I'll be real with y'all. Like I know he's already played in the playoffs for us last year, and when Steph was out, that was a whole nother scenario where it was like we needed him. Um, oh, that was a tough. Oh, that didn't go. Feel it, feel it. We got pushing. Boogie's running. That was a poor play, Clay. And you get why he wanted to. He wanted to reward DeMarcus for running, but he can't. He didn't run ahead. Now it's getting scrappy. He's going to get an easy one. Timeout, Mike Malone, 34-29, 9:09 on the clock. I love the effort from Clay. But yeah, no, I just don't trust Quinn, man. I feel like there's going to be, if he stays in this rotation, he's going to check in the second quarter, and whoever we're playing, their guard is just going to get like 8 quick, and it's going to get him going. Because it's not just like, look, I get it. He hits threes, and we're trying to buy time for the starters or whatever, right? But if you want to dig a little deeper and go a layer deeper, my concern is that it gets guys going. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the 5 minutes that he's on the floor. Like if Monte Morris here or whoever it is, if he gets into a rhythm with Quinn on him, then it's much harder to slow a guy down. That's kind of my concern, man. It's like guys just get way too comfortable with him on the court defensively. Appreciate y'all with the links. Major getting it done. Yeah, we need to find, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get over to CenturyLink from Cox, but if my internet gets strong enough here, then we can all just be on one stream somehow. And I know Ghostbusters tell you never to cross the streams, but that's real. That's real, Flores. That's real, and I think that's probably in part why I picked on him. More because it's like we know that in the back of our minds, like should he really, you know what I mean? It magnifies his mistakes. It's one thing, like let's say it was Jacob Evans out there making the mistakes. You're like, all right, he's a rookie. We've drafted him. Like we need to see what he has. With Quinn, there's that underlying story to it. I don't know, Mark. I know you love this. Because those of you that don't know, Men 56 on here, Mark, he and I have been going back. We had this like long spat about Quinn and Omri Caspi last year throughout the breakdowns at the end of the year and who was going to stay on the roster. And, I was super big on Quinn staying on because remember, Steph was hurt. That was like the huge thing. And then I didn't trust Caspi's health. But Quinn, I think that there was a bit of a honeymoon phase with that. And then, I've seen enough of him to know like now it's not like, some nights it's there. Like defensively, he's super challenged. Right? How quick do they, if KD leaves, how quick do they cut Quinn? How quick? Like his shit's just outside of the new arena. Major went to the store. I'm at the commercial. So right now there's some lady in a pink jacket talking about one price pre-owned. Yeah, some bullshit. Is he? Yeah, no, Cook, you can tell Cook plays the political game real well, right? Like he daps up every opponent. Like he knows everybody in the league, right? And he knows it's about relationships. You see it in the NFL much more, right? A guy just stays on the 75-man roster. All right, we're back 8:57. Corner 3 just missed from Trey Lyles, who I didn't even know he was in the rotation. I thought that he'd fallen out of favor with Mike Malone. Right, but the game clock, I was looking into that, but the game clock, it has nothing to do, I can't keep it live with myself. So like if I put the game clock in, it's not going to be like what my paused game clock. It'll just be the game clock like from the live game. So it doesn't really do any good. At halftime, we'll try to all get on, man. I don't know, man. There's so many guards. Like I was just talking to somebody about that. I don't. So, but how the webcam? You have to understand the TV. I need like a mirror or something. Yeah, like I understand. I appreciate the suggestions, but it's kind of a predicament because no one's going to be on the same stream. Clay jumper 8 minutes, and we've pushed this thing to a 9-point lead. The thing with Quinn Cook is like if like there are in the G League a ton of guards. I like Kendrick Nunn. Remember Nunn from the Summer League, the lefty? He just hit a game winner in the Santa Cruz playoffs. There's a ton of guys that are comparable to Quinn Cook. The separator was the relationship. It's what it was. Okay, I'm reading. See, I'm tipped off. Y'all are talking about Clay cooking. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind. Major's right. You got to keep in mind that like we're streaming over because there's a delay in the stream as well, right? It's not going to come as live as because it's going over the stream that way. So there's several syncing things that have to happen. I don't know. I don't know if like doing it like on an Instagram. I don't really want to do an Instagram live. I don't trust that. I think it'd get like shitty, but. I'm at 7:09 with a 10-point lead. I like it though. I didn't want it to go. I mean, I can't complain if they just blew them out off the court right away. It would, it'd be fun. But then it kind of ruins things. Let's not front. If the game's not competitive, it's kind of like right where it needs to be. Oh, missed him back door. KD forcing one up at the end of the shot clock. I don't know what they were looking for. And then he leaks out. That's damn near inexcusable. Don't help Murray up. Oh, he shoved him. I like it. How does Murray get the leak out after that? Denver's playing hard, man. Yeah, AG, that's a good question. I just know there's quite a few patrons that can't watch this. It's just going to take me longer, man. It's just going to take me longer. Like, I'll do it. So, like, what do I usually get it out between, like, noon and 1? Oh, the wedgie. See, Mark, you said a wedgie, like, 10 minutes ago. You're way ahead. I'm going to get it out, but it'll probably be later. It'll probably be, like, closer to 2-ish because I'll have to rewatch. It'll just make my process slower, but I didn't want to leave people out with that. Just wanted to have some fun. And, this gets, I mean, I'm not out of my comfort zone, but it's a lot of time to be live. It's a lot of time. Have y'all ever touched a real NBA basketball? They're hard as shit. They don't feel as nice as you would think they do, in my opinion. I like the Wilson, not the Evolution, but the Wilson NCA, like the sway ball. That's my preferred basketball as far as, because when it gets sweat on it doesn't get slippery. It's kind of got a texture to it. Draymond, super deliberate. Jokic. I think he might be too big for Draymond. Yeah, he just did what he did. And one. I don't know, man. Six minutes, 5:50. I'm looking here. I've heard the old Gardens rims though were crazy. But no, yeah, if you're you know what it really matters though? It really matters one, if you can palm the basketball, the grip on the ball really matters. And then shooters, it really matters to shooters. If you're a shooter, the different textures, the grip of the ball will matter. And then if you're palming the ball, if you regularly like rely on that, like the evolutions that a lot of the high schools play with, if it gets sweaty, it gets slick as fuck. And you go to palm the ball and it squirts right out. That's a super, I can't help myself. The super pause. You can palm with the good grip. Yeah, you can probably, the sway balls are easier right in the tread. Good question. Where is Bogut? I almost feel like they're saving him for the playoffs. Like they know we only have so many minutes before Bogut like takes a bad fucking step or something. And so it's like we might as well just save him for the playoffs. I don't know how much he's going to play. He played quite a bit in that blowout though, right? Because Boogie got tossed. So, no sir, I got a little red wine. I just have to pace myself, man. I just have to pace myself. I was good for like the month of January, and then it was like, man, I can't even front. Like doing this, I'm blessed. I'm grateful for it. But it's like there's kind of anybody that works for themselves can appreciate the stresses of it. And then there's an extra like not knowing like the patron and the YouTube stuff. It's so new, like collecting ad revenue and collecting patronage. Like, it could just be pulled out from under you, right? And nothing's given month to month. And, it stresses me out at times. And then dealing with 3 teenagers, I need a sip. I need a sip to balance me out. I realize like sober alcohol, I'm an asshole. Like it benefits me now. I got to balance it out, stay hydrated, sweat every day, right? But if I'm completely sober, it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it to just be miserable. So I try to balance it out. Damn, who's this homie with a bat? This fool looking crazy. Animal Kingdom. Yeah, I'm sipping on it. See, y'all are way ahead. Well, we'll speed up through halftime. Let me ask y'all, who do you want in the first round? Clippers, Utah, San Antonio, OKC, right? Am I leaving someone out? Those are still the mathematical possibilities, right? Yeah, I'm at the commercial break, Ben. I'm at the commercial break. At halftime, I think I'll try to fast forward and then so we can try to be caught up. Spurs, OKC, Utah. Okay. I got to be honest with you. I definitely don't want Utah first round. I definitely don't want Utah. I just think that they're super well coached. I think that they have a hostile environment. The way OKC looks more vulnerable, man. With PG's shoulder, Adams is chipped up, right? Yeah. I think the consensus is OKC at this point, right? I know some people feel like it may be they're playing possum or something. That's not what I see. I see a chipped up team that was playing a little bit over their head when Paul George was going crazy, right? I'm at the 5:30 mark here. Again, I'm gonna fast forward through halftime, and so hopefully those of you that are way ahead, if we're up, we're up. If we're sunked up, we're sunked up. It's not like I'm calling the game anyway, so if we could be sunk up by the end of the game, if it's close, that'd be good. There's Bogut. Didn't feel the double. Finish that, Draymond. Finish that. Yeah, no. Oh, like Oklahoma City, when they play a good game, right? Like then they are dangerous. Like they could get a couple games from us. But I've just seen Russ, as you see, I'm watching Joker just stick Bogut in the shoulder, stick him with a shoulder and finish over him. I just think that they know how to fuck with Russ, right? And then they're just not going to be able to match offense. Draymond, the little mid-range pulley. Damn, y'all are at halftime already. All right, well, hopefully I'll be able to speed through and catch up. Or you could find a stream. I'm at 420, and if you could find a back stream or a stream that you can go back on, then you could sync up now. Murray hits. This is high-level shit. Not too much scoring, not too many crazy. But, you know, there's still 4 minutes left here in the half. They're sending a double at Draymond in the post. That was pretty. That was pretty. Yeah, I'm at 3:45 in the second after Durant just hit a curling three. He is a lot better catch and shoot three, isn't he? I think earlier on we were talking about him not being as good. When he sets his feet and his release is a little slower from three, he seems way more efficient. Cool. Yeah, now I'm just seeing the replay of it in those 12s. Those 12s look better than the 11s, man. I'm not even speaking aesthetically. They just look like a better performer shoe. They're like a mid-cut. Durant's going to have to let that shit go, bro. That shit looks like some old, for just a penny a day. Right? Durant's hair top looked like Steph out in transition. 3:21 on the clock. Looks like they're going to run a head knock. Bogut, with that head knock, Bogut's just peeling fools off with that pick. Draymond fucked that up with the cut. I know there's a dunk coming. Y'all was celebrating the dunks, but we'll see. I think Draymond, I know I've said this a bunch of times, but it's not, I think he needs to have a mindset of, I know he doesn't want to go to the line, but he needs to have a mindset. He gets guys in positions where he can get them, just draw the foul on Millsap, basically. Never mind if you clank the 2 free throws. Dip your shoulder and make Millsap foul you. Get guys in foul trouble. Never mind the free throws. Bo get a little push floater with the left hand. I see you, Bo. Duh. So Jokic with that turnout pass move, like those are the little glimpses that I don't like. Like why, I'm not sold on the Jokic is like an MVP franchise player. I'm just not. I think he's an all-star player. But besides his lack of athleticism and like physical attributes, like he doesn't have the alpha in him. Murray is more alpha than him. Like he doesn't have the takeover gene. So that's rough. You're less athletic than your peers and you don't have like the competitive edge. Draymond in head knock now. Steph. Oh, Bogut. Draymond tripping, bro. Throwing that lob. Draymond's tripping. Just shoot the ball, man. Assist hunting like a motherfucker. The 10s. You like the 10s, Ed? Everybody says the 9s were his best. But the design concept's similar. The 10s, the lockdown's a little suspect in the last few for me. I don't like coming out over the shoe. But Durant, he has his own taste. Here we go, transition. Okay. It wasn't great, but it was nice. I thought if he went with the left hand, it would have been nastier, right? But the right hand drew the foul. Yam. Okay. Exactly, Beck, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like shitting on Jokic. He's an all-star. But people, like, if you listen to like the media, they're like they're like putting him with like Anthony Davis and like the top tier young guys. And I don't think he's that. I think Denver has a lot of depth and they're well coached. Like if you put Jokic on Minnesota, I don't think he'd be getting hype like he does. I think he'd be filling the stat sheet and he'd be good. But Part of it is that Denver is good. Denver has a lot of young pieces. There's the 3 ball. Roof him, Clay. All right, I'm at 1:30 here, so we're getting towards halftime. I get the feeling Will Barton has no clue like what the score is or like what the time is in the game like ever, right? He's just like playing. That was nice, KD. That was nice. It was nice. The way y'all sold it though, I thought it might have been really on somebody. Draymond the 3-point block. Oh, have a seat. I bet you whoever that was is gonna smell like ass the rest of the night. Draymond skid mark across you. Ooh, AG talking that shit. The mid-range game is nice from these two, man. Right? You know Draymond's. Oh, I like that one better. I like that one better. I know, but maybe maybe wasn't as impressive. Oh, okay. AB courtside. He need to do something with that hair. That little shit nugget in the back. That's about 3 comments on the hair already. But I like that one. I like the veracity. The thing with Jokic's 3, I know I'm kind of shitting on Jokic, but his release is so fucking slow. Like even if you're not, like if you haven't recovered, the rotation's late, you can still challenge that fool's 3. That's where he needs to work at. I love the gang rebounding. One schematic thing that I'll speak on right now that, not paying attention like I normally do is the gang rebounding has been very noticeable. Clay, Steph, the guards coming in and helping the forwards rebound against this active team. Winding things down, 12 seconds, high pick and roll Steph. He doesn't get the call on Jokic. Rims it off the back. Offensive rebound. Oh, he going to knock this down. Oh, no. Okay, KD. He doing this thing. I thought we were going to get another hammer, another big ham down. But that was a perfect example. All right, we're at halftime. That was a perfect example. We've been talking about Steph not getting the calls. Can't have it both ways, right? Because I'm complaining about Jokic and his whiplash move and that bullshit. Here's another look at that tomahawk. But Steph, when he came off that pick and roll to end the half with Draymond, if he really wanted to sell that, he could have drawn the foul on Jokic, right? He kind of showed it, but he doesn't oversell it. So I respect that, even if he's not going to get the calls that we want him to get. All right. I'm going to refresh my my little red wine cup here. Give me like 90 seconds. I'm going to hop back and then fast forward to try to catch everybody up, all right? Let's see here. All right, so be back in like 90.
Are you still live?
What are you doing? I'm live. Why are you in here?
Get the hair scissors.
How the hell do I get this back soon off shit? All right. Got a little chicken in the teeth. Y'all sipping on some stuff too? I can't do the vodka. I got kids, man. The shit gets sloppy. The liquor gets sloppy. I know it's efficient, and like I'm all for it if I'm going out, But like on a Tuesday night, I can't be drinking no liquor. That shit gets sloppy. Eating some rice. Yeah, I'm going to have some. Oh, you got the Lagunitas IPA? That shit's bitter strong, man, but it's good. Zach. What up, Zach? I ain't seen your name in a minute. Good to see you around. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Do you guys want to so I'm going to fast forward this halftime then and try to catch up? Oh, well, so yeah, I talked a little bit about that. I think they needed to be fined. Like being objective, like it was too much of a taunt, right? It was a little too crazy. And I see it. But yeah, so he got fined more because they said he took to social media, right? The Tim Donahue and the Mark whatever MK. So, you know, the NBA was smart enough to put the pieces together, to read between the lines. What's going on? What's going on, man? Thanks for checking out the live. We just in here rambling. I'm at halftime. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fast forward because a lot of people are ahead, and then pause it and see if we can all somehow sync up. Appreciate it, Zach. And then I'm going to say it's we, right? But WZH. I need to come up with acronyms because I hate mispronouncing, but my name, so you guys have probably seen it through like my emails and stuff, but my name is Aaron, but it's spelled Ahren. And then Bakela is Ethiopian. So my name has been butchered. It gets butchered no matter what. So I don't really mind it, but I don't want to butcher other people's shit. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get the Aaron, right? Ahren. It's Dutch. My mom's a straight up hippie. And then my dad is from Ethiopia. So it's an interesting mix, an interesting cultural mix. And then I was adopted. So I don't have any, it's interesting. My sister and I were adopted, but I'm grateful for being able to be raised how I was and where I was. All right, I'm fast forwarding. Let's see what we could do here. The Hawks are like catching people, man. I low key, I would not be mad if Trey won Rookie of the Year. I've heard rumors of like the co-Rookie of the Year. Trey is like low key kind of like having the better season like overall now. If you want to look at it now and he continues like this, it'd be crazy how quick we are to react. And it looked like a murderous trade, right? It looked like a murderous trade, but wouldn't it be ironic if Trey ends up being just like the Atlanta actually got the better of the deal, right? Because they're going to get a draft pick too. Okay, I get caught sometimes in the highlights and I don't know. Baron Davis isn't too bad with the players only, right? BD's fine. And then Shaq, I fuck with Shaq. Shaq's just too funny, man. The way what did he say the other night? He was like, Zubac's back. Uh-oh, Zubac's back. Like his little ad libs are just priceless. He has. No, I know it's close, and I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying. So if you just watch how Atlanta finished out, and I don't know, it's close. People aren't quite as aware. You know, Trey plays early in those East Coast games, and Atlanta doesn't get a lot of publicity. But the reality of it is it's a lot closer than it looks. And Trey, I won't say that. I think Luka can get a lot better too with his body and athleticism. But I don't know, man. I think that there's a universe where Trae Young ends up being the better player. There is. Like I can see that course now where the first 2 months of the season, it was like, oh my God, so this was a homicide. Like they need to be convicted of armed robbery, right? Okay, cool. Look, it looks like I'm almost caught up here and halftime hasn't even ended yet. So at some point here, we're going to be live and up. Luka has the higher ceiling because he's the bigger player. That's usually how it works, right? If because Luka's 6'7", 6'8", right? He's going to have the higher ceiling. But Trey, his shooting, I think his shooting is better, but you know, those are things that can change, right? Like Luka could catch up to him as a shooter, and Luka they both have the clutch gene. They're both showing the clutch gene. I think Trey's vision is super special. Like Luka's crafty and he makes good passes. Like he's got a good pace to himself, right? But he's not like a special passer. Luka's like a high-end passer. He's good. Trey, if you watch, Trey, I rarely don't see a pass that should be made. Like when I'm watching a game, the way I see the floor, I usually see like what pass should be made and what's going to be made, right? Trey makes passes where I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even see that coming. Like he sees shit way ahead. Lonzo shares the same trait, right? He's on that caliber of a passer, but the difference is that Trey's so much more aggressive and confident with the basketball, and his gravity is so much greater than Lonzo's that he has more opportunities to make these great passes. All right, looks like I'm almost caught up here. It's showing what's her name, that hot Hirachi. All right, I'm caught up. We're live here. Quinn better than both them bitches. Okay. Yeah, so start of the third here. I'm going to be live, so. What up, Brandon? I appreciate you, man. From the Air Force Base. Do your thing. Salute. Salute, brother. Right? He has been, man. He has been. I'm so curious to see how this all plays out. I'm so curious to see how, and I can't front. I was complaining to those of you that have been tuned in this whole telecast here. I'm complaining. After this game, these final games, y'all gonna have to work with me. I'll give you breakdowns because I'm a man of my word, and that's what I do. But god damn, Cleveland, Memphis, the Lakers, like I don't know how much there's gonna be to be said about these final games, especially if we handle business. All right, y'all. I've paused it at 11:50, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Third quarter, 11:50, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And when I propose these options, I always have like half the people, they're like, no, don't do that. And then I'm kind of like split. It's kind of hard to get a majority. But that I was thinking like, should I do a couple other games rather than like these Cleveland, this Cleveland Memphis games, especially because they're on back-to-backs. Like that makes it worse, right? All right, 11:50 with 14 seconds on the shot clock. All right, I'm on right, well, I paused when I was live, but then I'm not live, right? As soon as I pause, then I'm not live. Right, no, I'm live I'm live at 11:50 on the clock, and it's live. Yeah, I think maybe I'll do some other games. I don't know, man. Okay, 11:50 on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Jamal Murray at the top. Millsap super quiet after that outpour, right? The first like 6 minutes of the game, we haven't heard from him. I want to see more Boogie Jokic kind of flailing in the block. I got to say, I think this one's gone faster, maybe because of the rewinding and stopping than the Utah live stream. I think the game's just been better. Yeah, I remember now. Harris pull up 3. Remember how bad offensively that Utah Warriors live stream was? My God, they had like 30 points at the half. KD money spot. You ain't missing that. Ultimately, I just don't think Jokic, like, what is he going to do in this down the stretch of games in the playoffs? What are they going to do? He's going to get put in a high pick and roll, and he's just going to get abused. Like I don't know how you keep him on the floor in crunch time in a playoff game. I really don't. I know people can say, "Oh, look at Denver's record; they've been winning all year with it." I'm just saying the playoffs is a different beast. Teams are ruthless and relentless, and they're not going to take any risks. They're going to go to. That's a great play by Clay with the little step through finish. I'm at 10:42. And Mike Malone just called a timeout. This leads 20? Golly. See me yapping to y'all. I didn't even realize it's gotten this out of hand. Way to open things up. But I'm telling you, man, I think that Jokic is going to get exposed a bit here in the playoffs on the defensive end. I know he's smart and he tries to be in the right spot, but high pick and roll. Like if they get Portland, like what are they going to do with Dame? What are they going to do if they just run high pick and rolls? What are they going to like? I don't know, man. The harsh reality, for real though. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Just so you guys all seem to be down with that, right? So looking at the schedule, I'll probably do like half of them. Like we'll see. Like maybe the Clippers game I'll do because I think that might be a little spicy and fun, right? That's a potential playoff matchup at some point, right? And then maybe like, well, I'll just see what the Knights hold. But if there's a better game on that night, then maybe I'll just hit that, right? I'll just hit that. We'll see. So AG asking, so Mark asking what's wrong. No, man, I mean, he can play, Mark. Malone's not going to take Jokic out of the game. I'm just saying, any team that has a guard, let's say they're playing the Clippers, like, and it's a 6-point game in the fourth quarter. What do you think the Clippers are going to do? They're going to run a high pick and roll with Lou Williams and Harrell and bring Jokic up 30 feet from the basket, and shit's going to get ugly. Like, there's no answer for it. I really don't think there's an answer for it. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I would just relentlessly, AG, to answer your question, I would put him relentlessly in high pick and rolls and try to get him in foul trouble because he's a load, man. He's a load. His vision, his size, his patience in the paint, his physicality, no doubt, man. I'm just saying defensively, there's just limitations. Like how can he show hard or switch out on a Dame Lillard or Lou Williams? Like he is going to get toasted. I guess the defense, they have to do the same thing Milwaukee does with Lopez, right? He shows a bit and the guards got to pursue and fight over the screen. That's like their only shot. So it's really up to Murray, Barton, and Harris how well they can fight through and get through screens. That's how they have to keep Jokic on the floor in the playoffs. The problem is guys are getting worse and worse at fighting through screens because guys don't do it. You know, it's that simple. Why does my hairline look fake? I don't know, man. It's brushed down. It ain't fake. It's crooked. It's crooked, but it ain't fake. I'm grateful to have it, but I don't know. I don't know why. I try to line it up. D'Antoni still never beat Pop. Is that a potential 3-6? Yeah, man. Okay, reverse layup Barton. I'm back here at 10:25. No, yeah, man. Like I said, come playoff time, I'm gonna have a lot more volume, just a random matchups, like first round matchups. You'll get like a quick pod from me, like, hey, did you see this game? And then obviously all the Warrior breakdowns. As far as like breakdowns of like the matchups, the way the seeding is, we may not know our opponent until like the last day of the season. So that only gives me like 48 hours to put something out. So you'll definitely get my take on it. But like as you've seen in the past, when I've had like these big breakdowns, I don't know how much time I'll have to do that. You'll definitely get my take on it, but I don't know, like, you know, how big of a breakdown it'll be. There's the outlet Draymond, and this thing looks like it's getting away from him. Let's see here. Coach of the year. I got to go Budhosen. Bud. I think that one, you have to reward like a top team, like, cause you could go Nate in Indiana. That's been impressive. Right. But I think you consider the Bucks have the best record in the league. And then just the difference. Now they brought in Lopez. They did have some personnel changeover, but it's kind of the same team. Like, I think he's had the biggest impact. So, you know, him being a new coach, did he like get better as a coach? No, they just got a better coach. I think there's also that drasticness of going from a shitty coach to a good coach. But I give it to Bud, I guess. I give it to Bud. Who's yours? Let's see here. I agree, Beck. I've noticed that he's been and he seemed like he's talking about Draymond being more aggressive. It seems like he's not as afraid to go to the line. Yeah, it's officially ugly now at 20. But we know it's not like the Warriors have not been known to take their foot off the gas. If Denver hits a couple threes, not like I'm rooting for it, but I'm just saying it's far from over. I'd like to see them kind of stomp their spirit out here. I'm impressed with Boogie's motor, right? Like he plays pretty damn hard, man. But now they're clowning, right? But Boogie plays for someone a near 300-pounder. He plays pretty damn hard. Like he can string together like 2 or 3 possession efforts where he's playing like as hard as Draymond. What up, Brendan? I'm at 8:57 in the third. Yep, 8:57 in the third. Correct. I'm at 8:45 now. Asking me, I had spoken on this earlier, the Quinn Cook. I kind of went on a little Quinn Cook rant. I just don't trust him in the game, man. And it's not, I think Quinn Cook is a shooter. Clearly, I'm not telling you something you don't know. Like he will hit the open three. That's fine. But I'm just concerned with him coming in and allowing an opposing guard to get hot is basically my concern. Like he comes in the start of the second and, okay, so OKC. Okay, let's say we're playing the Thunder. He starts the second and he lets Schroeder just get 7-8 quick points, right? And Schroeder so many of these guards are momentum-based guards, especially off the bench, right? So like if Schroeder sees a 3 go in and gets an easy layup, it could be a long night. So that's my concern with Quinn. I know we can afford to trade baskets for a few minutes with him in there. It's just how easily he allows guys to get going. So I'm team Quinn's not in the rotation in the playoffs. I know I'm saying something that's not going to happen, but shit. Oh, KD, come on, man. Pretty spirited here. Pretty spirited. Let me catch up with some of these. Oh, are y'all ahead? Okay. Who's KD talking shit to? Wait, what? What the fuck? For what? Yo, this shit's getting mad fishy, man. This shit's getting mad fishy, right? What was that for? KD looked like he want to fight him. KD looked like he want to fight him. I don't You know, this fool's like, Mama, make me some lasagna. Mama, make me lasagna. Durant cussed me out. The ghosts of 16. I hear you, Mark. I read all your posts, man. Sometimes I don't want to get into a back and forth with it, but I hear you. I hear you. And I subscribe to that theory. Those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Mark was talking about, this is residue from 2016 and the Draymond incident and just the league and really the dominance of this Warriors team. Like everybody wants to see us lose, man. And so hopefully it is a rallying, it's galvanizing and a rallying. My question is, and I'm going to have to go back and watch when I do my second round of this breakdown, why is Durant why is he so fired up 20 right now? It must be super frustrating. I'm going to give KD the benefit of the doubt. I know he can be irritable and shit, but it must have been pretty fucking egregious for him to get that aggressive. Or maybe it was just an accumulation of like just no calls. Oh, I know what he was mad about initially too was that 3 he chucked up a couple minutes ago, right? He was mad. That probably added up to it, but yeah, he embarrassed. He airballed the shot. Dude, get over your ego, bro. Like, have y'all been watching that boardroom show of his? I'm not a huge fan of the Rich Kleinman. I'm not a huge fan of him. He seems kind of like he's just too much in Katie's ear. He seems like he low key tells Katie what to do. Cumulative, exactly. Right, Major, you feel me, right? You feel me. I love it, man. I love this little community, man. I feel like we need to have like a playoff meetup, man. If I could get up there, I found this cheap ass airline. I'm a little sketchy to fly it, but my mom's flown it up and down from the Bay. Just have a meetup, man, because I feel like a lot of us would just vibe out, right? Rich is douchey, right? He's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck this guy. But to each their own. Oh, so that suspends KD for the Laker game? Does it? Is that do ejections count as technical, as like on the technical count? Yeah, man, I got to, man. I got to. Did my taxes and it worked out well. So that was a relief doing that with this patron shit. Yeah, I don't know. I got to try. James, if you listen to the pods, he's always clowning me because I'm such a hermit up in the house. I didn't used to be this way like growing up, but I've become this way like in the lifestyle that I live now. And then like honestly living in Mesa, Arizona, there's not a whole lot of incentive. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was up in the Bay, I wouldn't be like that, but it is what it is. Yeah, now they're pissed. Oh, so the flagrant makes it 15th and the 15th and the 16th. It counts as 2. See, I don't even know those rules. Look, we got 80 folks in here. Double A, what's good? Yeah, exactly. I agree. I don't know why you get so fired up. There is a real, like, you know, we always talk about like why Steph is so likable, and there's so many aspects of it. And a lot of people are quick to point out like, yo, you know, Steph gets preferential treatment and all this stuff, but there's a lot of aspects that go into it. There is an underlining, I don't know if insecurity is the right word, but there is an underlining thing with KD where it's like, just chill, bro. Like, you're the man, Slim. Like, you're the man, own it, right? You're the man. Like, LeBron has it. Steph has it. Harden has it. Like these top guys, like KD, there's still a part of him where it's like he's trying to prove himself, or he has like an insecurity about himself. It's kind of weird. Zoe jumps in the passing lane. I love that drop back pass. I love that pass. That pass, you see McKinney jumped in the passing lane. That drop back pass 3 is unguardable, and it can be used so often, and people are never ready for it. When I'm hooping, LA Fitness or whatever it is, guys just there. They don't do it. They don't vibe. They don't do it. That's there for the picking, man. And it turns right into a ball screen. You can give it to them right in their shot pocket. He is, MP. He is, man. He just seems slimy, dude. And if you watch those boardroom things and you listen to when Katie does the Bill Simmons pod, the way he interjects and like kind of like leans Durant towards certain things, I don't like it. But you know, I think a lot of people have those type of people in their lives, especially you know, rich people. Yeah, you think it's over? Okay. We'll see. It's not, I mean, they're probably going to shut some of these fools down anyway, these final games. I do know Memphis is trying to win because they owe their pick. They owe their pick at a certain point. One of these weird protections on it. So I know Memphis is trying to win. Colin Sexton in Cleveland, they're feisty. Jordan Clarkson's phony ass. But I just love that shot. That shovel drop back pass I look to make all the time playing pickup ball, and guys just like guys just don't, they're not for it. They don't like utilize it. Jokic, the flip shot. I'm at 7:30 in the third. 75-53. We doing what we need to do. Okay. No, yeah, we should win one more. I'm not saying completely pack it in. I'm saying stagger the games because we have 2 back-to-backs. I don't know, what brilliant person put that in the schedule, but we finished the season with back-to-backs. So just stagger the stars. How would y'all stagger them? I guess you kind of look at the matchup maybe to win. So like versus Memphis, you don't want to sit like Boogie or Draymond because they're so forward heavy, right? And then against the Lakers, they're so depleted with their guards, then you could rest Steph or Klay during the Lakers game. Klay's not going to want to rest during the Laker game. It is an ESPN game, I believe, so they, I don't know what the things are behind that. Yeah, man. I am at 6:38, third quarter, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gary Harris kick out, corner 3, Jokic. Telling you, man, dude is going to get eaten up in the playoffs. Oh, dunk that, Steph. Woo, I thought he was going to go turn that ball over at the rim. Shout out. Yeah, I'm at 6:30. The clock stopped, 21 seconds on the shot clock. Shout out to whoever was pointing out when I was talking about Steph sliding on his shoes. And they were saying how his ankles, those huge braces, limit his dexterity in his ankles. So like if he hits an angle, his ankles don't bend to let him stay upright, right? So that could be in part why he hits the ground. And I also think that that's got to limit his defense and his hops a bit, right? Like, those ankle braces, they are not helping his vertical or his lateral movement. So I hadn't really thought about that. Klay playing hard as fuck, man. Klay's a robot. One of the moments like that is ingrained in my forever basketball memories is when fucking J.R. Smith dove into Klay's leg, and my fucking life flashed before my eyes. No, I didn't, but I just remember thinking like, oh my fucking God, that. Because remember going into the finals last year, it was like, then Cleveland needs a miracle, right? Cleveland needs a miracle. How are they going to stay in this? And when that happened, game 1, in like the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like I really, there was like a 2-minute period, no longer than that. I thought even throughout the whole game, I thought he was playing on a blown out leg and he was just that tough. That's really what I thought about. Yeah, he's ridiculous. That was legendary. And then he was like all right and played in the series and played well. Like that was fucking legendary. And I just remember when that moment, it was one of the scarier moments I've had as a fan, honestly, because it was like, we're right here for the second one or the third one. And that happened. And you guys remember that were rocking with me. I fucking went off on J.R. Smith's dirty ass. Oh, that handle was kind of nasty from Boogie. Not great transition defense. Put Jordan Bell in. Let's let Jordan Bell kind of premature ejaculate all over the court here in the midway through the third. Oh, I remember that, Zach. Yeah, there's been like what's the term? Luck favors the bull or something like that. You know me, I always butcher the quotes, right? But Klay is like that bull, right? Where there's no breaks on Klay, and so like whenever these things happen, somehow it works out for him. I'm knocking on wood right now, and y'all should do the same thing. MP though, I agree. I just liked seeing more of Bell because he really is like the hood kid on the team that you don't know what's going to happen. But as far as the dunk comp goes, again, how big are his hands? That's a huge thing in the dunk comp because it allows you to kind of get really creative with the basketball in the air. And if you don't have the big hands, then you're kind of stuck cupping it, right? A lot of the guys cup it down onto their forearm and then they just elevate above. Luck favors the aggressor. Okay. There's an Eastern version of that too, but for sure. There you go. There's a ton of them. Right? Karif never answered. Karif's like, I don't know, man. So no one ever told me about Karif though. What do y'all rate her? We've talked about it a little bit. Roz is getting kind of plump on her national circuit. Roz is about a burger away, man. I mean, everybody likes their women in different shapes and sizes. But Roz potentially could blow up on you, right? Or you settle down, right? Next thing you know, Roz is up 40. I'm at the 5:30 mark. McKinney. Speaking of dangerous players, Plumlee's dangerous as fuck. Plumlee, I don't know how many games you guys have watched of Denver. Plumlee's dangerous as fuck because he's big, he's fast, he's athletic, and he's aggressive, and he's got a little mean streak in him. Like his role is to be that, and he is that. Steph Pulley. Oh, you knew he liked it. You knew he liked it from the back pedal. You knew he liked it from the back pedal. He's clicking at the right time. Yeah, man, this is a statement. I love that it wasn't like a right away blowout where they could kind of be like, all right, man, we didn't come out and do what we need to do. Like they hung around, like they had the lead in the first and they kind of felt like, oh yeah, we showing them we here. Nah. Oh, I see the 40 water on the baseline. Shout out my guy, Kevin, AKA E40. They're getting a little sloppy here. Talking about Doncic and his body. Oh, that's a rough call on Steph. I'm at 431. Steph just took a block call. That's such a bang call, man. And I don't know. I still don't think it's as bad as the NFL. The NFL shits is just, oh, that's a charge. He wasn't moving at all. He was there for like 20 seconds. Man. But I was talking about Doncic, and it's been kind of publicized that he doesn't physically. I mean, you look at Jokic too, but like how much athleticism is left on the table because they're not like lean in the best shape they could be in. I say the same thing with Jamal Murray. If you look at Murray's physique, he's pretty damn athletic, but like I think he's leaving quite a bit on the table. I think he would be Donovan Mitchell type athletic, possibly, if he was like leaning about his business as far as his nutrition goes. He looks a bit soft, a bit heavy, relative to like an NBA player. Nice little slip there. Draymond doing too much, bro. Looney and Jokic are going to have a contest. Who can pump fake and stay on the floor longest? Yeah, it's getting sloppy, man. It's getting sloppy, yo. Well, this will probably make the breakdown a bit easier because there's kind of a half of garbage time here unless Denver starts hitting 3 balls. It doesn't look like we're going to let them do it. McKinney to and 1. Brandon, I see you a bit ahead. Got quite a y'all tuning in with me. 83, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to eat a late dinner after this. I think I'm going to hit this chicken teriyaki with rice. At least McKinney, I don't know about y'all, but I prefer McKinney in there to Cook. McKinney, it's not really an effort thing. You know, like with Cook, it's like you can't have the double whammy. Like you can't be already bad at defense and then not try hard. Like with McKinney, he just instinctually, he tries. He's just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. He doesn't anticipate, right? And the results may still be bad, but I can live with the effort from McKinney. With Quinn and his trotting ass down with no defensive stance. Like, bro, you are 5'10". How are you not in a defensive stance? Like, how are you not just walking around in a defensive stance at 5'10"? Nigga, like, get down. Sit down. Oh, my bad. You talking about your telecast? No worries. I know everybody's all over the place with these. Clay is strong as shit, man. Clay is strong as shit. I'm not old enough to seen his dad play, but I wonder which side of the family it comes from. I mean, obviously his dad gave him quite a few attributes, but his dad looks super thin. Maybe Mark or one of you OGs, Steve, can weigh in on that. Like, was his dad, just a brick in the paint? He looked more like a finesse player just from his physique. Oh yeah, remember when I did a vlog last year out here in Phoenix, we went to the game, and And we were, we tried to sneak down in the tunnel. We tried to get a look at him. I tried to get my daughter a look at him, and we were both like, damn, Quinn is hella small. Like when we seen him in person, not that we were like on the court with him, but we were like, you could really see how small of a dude he was and how small his frame was at the arena out here at the Talking Stick Arena. He had like 30 in the game. It was towards the end of the year. See, why isn't Jokic, to me, like I've never really seen him be like, all right, like let's go. Like I'm about to just take this shit over. And it's just what it is. It's not his skill set. He's not a scorer. But Denver, when they get in these situations here, I mean, this game looks like it may be out of reach, but when they're down in the playoffs, like who's going to be the dude? Who's the dude? Who's the takeover? It's cool. You can do it by committee, but then now you're liable for someone not to do it. You sunk up? Yeah, no, Murray is the most alpha guy I've seen on there. But look at him. There's a close-up. I'm getting a close-up. You see what I'm saying with his body? He looks like he's carrying an extra 10 or 15. He could be leaner, and he has the size already. He's not like lacking strength, right? So Clay just in his fundamental bag. I've missed all stats on this thing. What's Clay at? Has Clay got like 25, 30? I feel like it's been kind of like a group effort. Don't need that. I don't need Clay diving on the floor up 20, but damn, he only had 9. I feel like he was. It's funny how the impact of certain baskets makes it feel like more, right? No, it feels like it's been a well distributed offensive performance. They ain't doing shit. That's a terrible pass. Okay. Every time I've tuned in, he's hit what he needed to hit. Oh, you're ahead. Steph and Boogie to start the 4th AA. No, yeah, Clay's been. Everybody's been. But I guess you know what stuck out to me and why maybe I feel like Clay's scored more. It's been his rebound and his effort. He's hit every good shot that he's gotten, every good look. As I say that, that one goes off. Defensively, his effort and his rebounding, his presence all over has been nice. Ooh. I'm at 37 seconds left in the 3rd. Right. Yeah, no, his effort's been up. Damn, what shoes is Beasley wearing? Them shits is ugly, bro. What is he got some custom? If you go to the Nike store and you look at the custom made shoes, like from the young boys, Tatum and Mitchell and these, or not Mitchell's Adidas, but some of these guys have these custom, like their colorways of the version of the shoe. They have some off palettes. These young dudes have some fucked up palettes. The Chucks, that's just wild. No wonder the game was moved so crazy back then. I mean, it's crazy how athleticism has progressed, right? But I couldn't imagine playing in Chucks. I remember when I was coaching, one day I decided to wear some. I had these black leather Chucks, and I decided it was like a winter day, and I was like, I'm gonna wear these. I had these pants that went with it. That was one of the biggest. By lunchtime, I was like, oh my God, my knees and my back. And mind you, like being a PE teacher and coach, like I was on my feet all day on the field or, just moving around on the courts and stuff. And by noon, I was like, never again am I wearing Chuck Taylors to work. My God. Apparently they have a new version of Chucks with like an air cushion in them now. They finally have like revamped the soles of them, keeping the classic look. All right, 4th quarter incoming. Y'all going to check out this Pet Cemetery too? me and the kids watched the original, the OGs on Amazon, Pet Cemetery. That shit is graphic. Those of you, I won't try to spoil it, but the thing about the 80s movies was because the lack of CGI, some of the prosthetics, right, and the makeup and shit, the shit was nasty. The shit was I liked it better, man. Right? You like, some of you have only grown up on the CGI, some of the young guys out here, and go back and look at some of these 80s horror flicks with the makeup and the CGI, and there's some graphic shit in that OG Pet Cemetery. Oh, I missed it. Can I go back? I'm reading the clown. If Dang was the first human. Yeah, Denver. Jokic definitely looks like a pervert. He looks like Despicable Me type of pervert, right? But actual fake blood, yeah, instead of the CGI. Denver, I got too many clowns for Denver, but Will Barton definitely has a little crack twitch to him, right? His relentless energy. Maybe I'll take. Sometimes what happens is when I'm going through the edit on the computer, and I'll get on a frame of someone's face, and I'm like, this motherfucker, and that's when I decide that I need to roast them, right? Catching up here. I haven't seen Us. I don't have the patience to go to the theater that much. I really don't. But my kids, that's the one. I'm going to go see that one, and I'm going to see Avengers Endgame. Those are probably like the two movies I'll see this year in the theater. Out here, they got these big recliner theaters where they like serve you food and shit. So we like to try to hit that up when we do go. But usually I end up like, we'll be talking about it, and I'll try to just send the kids or something. Like a game will come on, or I'll just like be fucking around playing some 2K or something. Like, I mean, I ain't even trying to leave. I heard about the Porzingis thing. That's, you can't really speak on it, man. You can't really speak on it. It just happens too often. That's what's up, Jose, for sure. I try, man. I try. I feel, I'm not going to lie. Like when I set to do this, I'm like, it's a lot of time to just be talking. I don't have like someone else. I mean, we're having some conversations back and forth, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of time for me to hold airtime, but I like it. I'm going to try to hit more live stuff during the playoffs. Maybe not necessarily during Warrior games. 22-point lead, 11:50 in the fourth. And like Double A said, we got Steph and Boogie out there. Maybe trying to work a little chemistry between them. There's the three ball. I feel like DeMarcus is going to have a big game of threes in the playoffs. There's going to be a game. It'll be like, a game 3 or something on the road where he's going to hit like 5 threes. And it's just going to be the story because he's fully capable of it. You saw his confidence kind of wane a couple games into his return. And now I think he's picking his spots better. Oh, Repko shot that shit from the face. He clayed that one in the corner, right? He didn't even bring that into his shot pocket. That was wet. But yeah, I saw someone bring up Isaiah Thomas. His career, man. And then you heard, oh, that's what I wanted to say. This is a talking point that I had missed on my last podcast. Steph, big jump step, Boogie, shovel pass, S dot, right back, no man's land, baseline jumper, Gotti. That was my little color commentary. So did you guys read the report? Timeout, Mike Malone, hit the bus, hit the showers, young guys. You ain't ready. You half-baked. This championship DNA. Y'all half-baked. You ain't ready. Anyway, as I talk my shit. So I don't know if you guys, it kind of came and went. Wetripago. MP, I can't even pronounce that. You know I got pronunciation problems. Wetripago. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man, you can come back and catch it. I think it'll be up there, but I'm glad to have you the final 10 minutes. We just shooting the shit now as the Warriors have taken care of business. They flexed on these young boys. Denver came out and put up a fight. I like that they put up a fight. It's no fun when someone rolls over, right? You want them to put up a fight. You want them to kind of think they have a shot before you crush their spirits, because then you really crush their spirits. That's my favorite line. Stay ready. Repco, man. Anyway, let me get to this little story here. We're at the commercial. Did you guys see that a fan, I guess DeMarcus, those of you I had spoken about the podcast he did with Chris Haynes, Pull Up, and how likable DeMarcus actually is. He seems like he just, I'm not going to front, a lot of these young guys you hear on I won't say a lot of them. It's 50-50. Some of them, like Donovan Mitchell, you hear him, you're like, okay, I like this guy. I can root for this kid. And then some of them, you're like, they seem kind of just brain dead, half-wits. They really do. And Boogie was very likable. And I guess through that interview, somehow, some way, it was brought up that he had been called nigga, or with ER, he had been called the N-word in Boston. And then Boston went out and banned the fan, right? Did you guys catch that little blurb across the newswire? It wasn't really a big story because it had passed. It was like in past tense, but Boston went back and banned the fan from the arena at the midst of, mind you, the Westbrook thing had just happened too, right? It was within that week. And I started to think about it. And you always hear how Boston has low-key racial undertones, just geographically, the history of that city, right? And yeah, it just does. And you always hear that from athletes, right? And it got me to thinking that Boston, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me, Boston, because really what that was about was, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm sure they don't want that reputation anyway, and they're trying to do the right thing. But I think a big part of that banning and trying to put that out there to the media instead of just handling business, because you think about it, most teams would not want that headline, right? They'd be like, all right, they try to sweep it under the rug. But Boston put it out there like, we're banning this fan. We went back and found this motherfucker, right? And so really what that was to me was they're trying to sell it to Anthony Davis. Because if you recall, Anthony Davis's father was like, yo, I would never want my son playing for that franchise after what they did to, speak of the devil, Isaiah Thomas. Right? And so I think that there was low key, some ulterior motives in putting that news story out there that they banned the racist fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. They didn't fabricate it. I'm sure they had to deal with it. But I think part of that was, trying to show potential free agent stars, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, like, yo, we ain't standing for that. That's not what we're about, and that's not what's going to happen. Just a little conspiracy theory when I came across that on the headlines. 69, 94, 950 turnover. Isaiah Thomas. It's so hard, man. I feel bad for him. But, when you're that undersized, you need every advantage you can get for him to come back from that. And if those of you that really go back and follow my stuff, when the trade happened to Cleveland, Repco, another one, I had said, like, I did my history, my research on that surgery. I was like, yo, he's going to be a wrap. Like, he's going to be a wrap. Because I remember Stephen A., you remember when the Kyrie trade went down, people were celebrating Cleveland. People were like, yo, look out, Cleveland about to fuck the Warriors up. They got IT, they got Crowder, they brought in Derrick Rose. Remember, like, people were really high on that Cleveland roster. And I would looked into the injury, and then you consider he's 5'9". I was like, yo, like, it doesn't look good. Just like the kid that Denver drafted, Michael Porter Jr., who they're super excited about. I don't see him there, but I read up on his back surgery. I wouldn't have taken him. I think they used, oh shit. Why is Steph in the game? Why is Steph in the fucking game? Torrey Craig is a goon-like motherfucker too, man. Yeah, they got some homely brothers. I hear you. They got some dudes that look like, you know what I'm saying? They don't know where they finna sleep tonight. That dude look like he gonna lay a loaf on somebody's couch. But Steph got tripped up and looked like he came up gimpy. But the kid, Michael Porter Jr., he played at Missouri State. I think his dad was the coach there. That's why he went there, but he was a top prospect. The kid was nice. 6 foot, very, oh shit. Repko with the facial, serving up a facial, Jarepko. Ball to the face. Plumlee the dime. Trey Lyles is got to be the most disappointing player on this Nuggets roster. Am I what happened last season? MP, you say Steph wants to stay in. What happened last season in Oakland with Denver? They have some extra sauce. What is Repko complaining about? That was a rope. Trey Lyles, though, he was in the Utah Donovan. Actually, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Denver had the rights to Donovan Mitchell and traded him for Trey Lyles. But Lyles was supposed to be a nice forward, and apparently he doesn't have the work ethic to crack Mike Malone's rotation. Talk about another guy. I don't know what Denver's training staff is like, and they're, you know, Miami is notorious. Nice pass, lob to Livingston. Miami forces their players to be at a certain body fat percentage to play. It's a Pat Riley thing, right? Clearly, Denver doesn't have that, right? You look at Lyles, Murray, Jokic. They got some soft-looking players out there. Oh, okay, Ig. Put that nigga on his back. Yeah, IT, man. I mean, feel bad for him, but relatively, hopefully he was smart enough with his money. He should have made enough in his career. I doubt he was, being that he's Floyd Mayweather's friend. But Boogie the 3-ball. Oh, this thing. Okay, we up 30. Hey, let's beat him by 50. I'm greedy. Let's beat him by 50. I feel bad. I was yelling at my daughter. Those of you that didn't tune in right away, in her basketball game this afternoon, I was like, it got quiet towards the end and they were up big. And I was like, you're being too nice, Amaya. You're being too nice. Steph from 30. Why not? You're being too nice, Amaya. And then after the game, she's like, Dad, some of the girls were special needs. I didn't want to steal it from them. Then I was like, damn, I'm a super asshole. I'm a super asshole. Splash cuz. Yep. 40 would be nice. Yeah, Stephen A, man. Here's the thing that I've come to realize in doing this. Those guys, basically, because of how much they're on, like 2 hours a day, they have to say a whole lot of shit they don't believe. So like Stephen A and Skip and all these fools, they're not as wrong as I think they come off. I think they knowingly have to say wrong takes just because they're on TV so much is really what it is. Is he going to wear, have you guys seen that Steph has been wearing throwback jerseys to all the closing home games at Oracle? Right? He had the BD. Who else did he have? I guess maybe it was just only the Baron Davis. I heard on the Slater pod that he was wearing like the throwback jerseys. He's got to do a Mullen, right? He's got to do a Rick Barry, maybe. I don't know if Rick Barry's probably said some fly shit to Steph, right? Rick Barry probably tried to teach him, tell him how to fix his shooting form or some shit. And so Steph ain't feeling Rick. But yeah, the Mully thing. Mully is a beloved man. That's no small feat to pass him up all the years he played. Some of the best hands I've ever seen, Chris Mullin. Oh, did he wear the beans, Matt? I see you. Who else? What about a Chris Porter? What if he picked out the fro with a Chris Porter or like a David Wood? He needs to show up in a David Wood. He needs to get real eclectic with it. That's not the right word. Beans, Beatrice, man. You want to talk about a Chuck Knobloch syndrome or whatever you want to call it. We need to come up with a name for that, right? Where Markel Fultz syndrome, right? Maybe that can be the name for it, where a dude just completely mentally loses his shit. A Nick Anderson's fucking syndrome. Because Biodrins had all the potential in the world, right? As far as how well he moved for 7 foot and his motor, but my God. He had the sports hernia and that was it. He just never could get over that shit. Obscure. That's the word I'm looking for. Gilbert, do y'all listen to No Chill Gil pod? I know I've shouted him out a couple times. He is so fascinating to listen to because never more am I like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, followed by like, that's pretty smart. Like, I guarantee you listen to Gil's pod and you'll find yourself just going back and forth. You'll be like, shut the right? And then the next thing he says, you're like, I never thought of it like that. He's like walking a fine line of idiot and genius. Right? The hot stove. They need to just chill though. They need to really just chill with this back and forth with the league and the refs. Damn, came up short on the layup. Who we got in here? Repko, McKinney, Cook, Livingston. Repko, another corner three. That's the third. He was off balance on that one. He didn't set the feet. No Jordan Bell. Why is DeMarcus still in the game? Oh, damn. Sorry, Boog. You fouled him. You may have fouled him. You may have given him like a little shoulder charge. Guy Rogers. Uncle Cliff. I felt bad for, there was a phase where we had Clifford Robinson towards the end of his career and he was like balling for us. He like won us several games, fucked up our draft picks, right? But I felt bad for him because it was like he was wasting like his last good years on this shitty ass Warriors team. Right? Yeah, he gave IT the business and I think those two are boys. Those two are boys too, right? I feel like I've seen them together like off the court. Jordan Bell can't get a sniff. Well, they took care of business. Oh, there's the other Hernan Gomez. Looks like the other brother likes to eat a little more, though. Denver, what you've seen is now every team is so much different, but Denver potentially could have had some of the same issues that Boston had, but Mike Malone handled it better. Now, they don't have Kyrie, which probably helps a lot as far as those potential problems, honestly. But they have almost too much depth. Like they have so many guys that are similarly as good that it could have been a problem. Because Hernan Gomez is good. And at times, remember he had the game-winning block early in the season against us. Damn, Boogie with 25 and 12. Where have I been? He just sneakily gets points, right? But Hernan Gomez, you got Torrey Craig, Malik Beasley, Monte. I mean, they got so many of these dudes, right? And at some point, you would think Denver would be best serve them to trade like a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1 and get one guy out of all these young talents that's just superior. No, yeah, Brad. I mean, I think coaches, I think you can't just like players, coaches are going to have. Yeah, that's tough, man. He's super strong. Whoa, what a groundbreaking point there, Al. Boogie's strong. He doing extra now. I wonder what KD's doing in the back. KD's on Twitter just talking shit. KD done signed up 4 burner accounts. He's back there just going off on fools, right? Just sounding off. But I think Brad Stevens is a great statistician. I think that his X's and O's are superior. And, you know, his game management, I think, is very good. Like his coaching within the game, coaching between the lines or within the lines, right? But I think that being who he is and how he made it up into the NBA, and in the lack of clout that maybe he has in the NBA community hurt him with this Boston team, right? He's not going to have that, like, he's not going to have that ability to do that. And Mike Malone did it better. Mike Malone, mind you, though, has been on an NBA bench for, like, I want to say 15 years, right? Brad Stevens is still relatively young NBA. Obviously he's young, but how long has he been in the NBA? He was at Purdue, right? He hasn't been in the NBA that long. So Mike Malone's been around the block, and I think he's better suited to handle that type of situation. But depth can be a blessing and a curse, man, because when you've got 10 guys that are all the same caliber of player, you got 5 guys that feel like they should be playing a lot more, right? Trey Lyles, Hernan Gomez. I know Lyles is just falling off favor, but Cook ain't cooking tonight, though. Dunk on him, S. Okay, Bell's in the game. Statistician. You like that? And my mom was an English teacher, so she be killing me, man. Like, my spelling, I'm a math dude. Like, when it came to school, like, don't get me wrong, I was no valedictorian. See, I didn't even say that right, did I? But, my grades weren't always the greatest, but I tested well. But I lean more towards, like, math and numbers than, like, the writing side of things, for sure. But it doesn't stop me from yapping my trap, man, and talking crazy. Right on, AJ. I appreciate y'all. If you guys are checking out, I get it. It's 5 minutes. The Warriors took care of business. Like I said, I'll reiterate. I'm gonna have some sort of breakdown for this tomorrow. It'll probably be a little bit later because obviously I didn't take my notes and I didn't get to watch the game as closely, obviously, as I normally would. And then closing out the regular season, I'll cover a few of these games. What do we have, like 4 or 5 left? And if there's some real stinkers, Cleveland, Memphis, these back-to-backs, if there's a better game that night, like between playoff teams or something, then I'll probably try to just do a breakdown of that. Like, I'm not going to short you guys on breakdowns. I just, I imagine I'm anticipating that Cleveland and Memphis and back into back-to-backs will probably, they're going to be ugly. They're going to be ugly games. Speaking of ugly, who's this dude on the line? All right, y'all. See you guys later. I guess I'll just end the stream. Now, fuck it. I'll watch the end of the game. I don't give a shit. Now I'm just chilling. I eat my chicken teriyaki. It's down to 18. Yep. My youngest, when she went, like, I'll write them off quick. I'm not even going to front. Like, when we're getting blown out, I'll be like, these fuckers, this is done. These motherfuckers is done. I can't stand this shit. This is disrespectful. And my youngest is always like, you never know. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. And so when they do, she hits me with the told you so. Told you so. Told you so. All right, Mark. For sure. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Right. Right. And then the game just gets sloppy. And that's why you're talking about the talent drop and how sloppy it gets. And that's why you got to get your guys out of there. I'm a firm believer in not playing stars in garbage time. I know that there's different agendas, and I know the stars themselves want to play in garbage time, but because the pace gets so choppy and sloppy, I think guys are more susceptible to injuries because guys aren't moving. You hear, like, when you're moving at half speed, that's when you're more susceptible to injury, and things just get sloppy. And you got guys in there that just don't, their agendas are different. Yep, it almost is. But they just hit me with a commercial. Boost Mobile. All right, y'all. Well, any questions? Hit me if you got any questions, any NBA topics here. Let me see if there's something here I want to speak on here and kill these final few minutes, man. I've enjoyed this. I felt like this stream went better as far as you see this on Bleacher Report. sign and trade ideas for NBA stars. They were talking about, and Mark, you're going to love this. One of the suggested ones, sign and trade Gordon Hayward to Boston for Kevin Durant. But some of the trades were just outrageous, like Kemba Walker to Utah, like Kemba Walker and Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt. Some of these Bleacher Report writers, man, I don't know. I don't know what their agenda is. Zion. I'm just skimming Bleacher Report for some topics. Let's see here what y'all got. Westbrook with the 20, and 20. Did he have that? See, I missed the first game. I was out at my daughter's game. How legit was it though, man? I'd love to go back and count the janky stats within that. And if they were in OKC, you know how they do Russ with the assists in OKC. He can make a pass. The dude can hit a crossover, a spin move, and a Euro step, and he still gets the assist. What's the magic number for the Warriors home court for the Western Conference Finals? Oh, I'm not going to have that one off cuff. Maybe my bad. I'm not going to have that one. Number for Warriors to have home court in the Western Conference Finals. Well, I mean, we're the first seed, though, so we're going to have it. Is that a trick question? Second guessing that one, right? Like the question is, what would it take to get home court in the NBA Finals, right? Obviously, if it's Milwaukee or perhaps Toronto, we may not have home court in the finals. If Boston somehow makes it through, or who else would potentially... Philadelphia, I think we have a better record in. That's a good question. If we played Philly in the finals, obviously this regular season has to play out, but who gets home court, right? Okay, Chip here. Are they though? Because now this pushes us a full 2 games up, right? With 6 games to play. Is there 6 games or 5 games to play? Clay's just the ultimate. I've spoken on this before, and I was talking about the legendary finals performance after the knee thing, right? But Clay is like one of those like Babe Ruth, right? Like Babe Ruth type legends, right? When we look back, 20 years from now, and imagine the stories that are going to come out about Clay, like after it's all said and done. I bet you there's going to be some funny shit, man. Oh, so you're worried about Houston. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we're up to Houston. So Houston's 3 games back. And MP, you think Houston could catch us? Is that even mathematically possible? We'd have to lose out and they win out? Yeah, Denver ain't catching us. For sure. Clay's going to have mad kids in the league in like 10, 15 years, right? Just hella random kids. None of them look the same and shit. No. No, but not breeding with them Instagram thoughts. You got to go find yourself like a track star or some shit. What's up, Joe? Appreciate it, man. What do I think about the Warriors' perimeter defense now that the playoffs are approaching? I think that DeMarcus is less of a problem. I'll put it to you like he's done better than I thought, right? When you say perimeter defense, what I really think about or in defending the 3 ball, I think they've been better. I'm assuming what you're first touching on, right? I think that they've done better job of what game did I notice it? What big were we playing in the last week? It was a big that we were playing and we weren't over helping on him. And it was on that road trip. And maybe it was in Indiana. I don't know. But I think they've done a lot better job as far as guarding the 3-point line and prioritizing the 3-point line rather than getting sucked in and playing traditional basketball. So I like that. I think that's been better. Obviously, you have to worry. I think it was in Minnesota, right? Because Boogie was shutting towns down, so they weren't over helping. So I think that that's improved. But then ultimately, when you talk about perimeter defense, it comes down to that pick and roll defense. because that's what's going to be down late clutching games. And how is if Looney's in there, they're switching, right? Boogie's not going to switch, or is he? Are they going to remain dynamic? Bogut's probably not going to switch. And I'll say this for DeMarcus, obviously it's going to be a problem, and he is going to if Boogie's starting, which he's going to, that's where teams are going to try to break us down to start games, right? But I think it's less of a problem than Jokic. I think he moves better than Jokic. Oh, it's getting sloppy here. Looney just put something on his head top. So I think it's been all right. I think that ultimately, though, and it's not like Boogie has a choice. It's not like we're committed to him long term. But I think that there's going to be potential times where he is just going to be cut out of the rotation. Like I guess my question is, or what I'm thinking is there going to be a matchup where Kerr's going to have to pull him out of the starting lineup? Right? Because I think it would take for us to be down in a series for him to do that, because Kerr is very patient and very big picture, as we know, right? So would there be a series if we get to Houston and he ate Capella alive, though? That's the thing. That's what was so encouraging. He fucking tore Capella up. But is there a series, like if we got to the finals and it was Boston or Toronto, would we have to pull Boogie out of the starting lineup? Because I definitely think that we're not going to finish games with him starting, finishing with him in the lineup. And that could be in every round. We could potentially never see Boogie finishing games in these playoffs. But overall, I think they've made the adjustment on the 3-point line. Yeah, I've seen that. That's what I was trying to convey to my daughter. They were up like 30. So once it's a 30-point skunking rule in youth basketball, they stopped keeping score, right? So it was a skunking rule in her game, and I was still barking at her, telling her she was being too nice. And, the crowd was, or, the parents, I think, were kind of side-eyeing me like, this guy's a fucking asshole. And I don't care, because what they don't get is why my kid is superior to yours, and why they're going to take it further is because we're coaching habits as well. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, everybody, like, let her go in for the layup. Nah, no chill. It has to be coached. And some kids, some players, you look at a Westbrook, like you never have to coach Westbrook with that, right? He has no chill, right? But even look at Curry. Like Curry needs to be coached to play hard all the time, right? Not everybody has that. My daughter, she has to be coached to play hard at times. And so I give a fuck what the other parents think. I'm out there like ruthless. All right, my rant's over. Any other questions before I dip out of here? Spurs, man, I don't know. I don't think there is one team, as Steph talks here, I'll probably catch this on the re-record here later. I don't think there's one clear weak seed, right? I don't think there's one team that's like definitively worse. So it's hard to say. I do think Utah is a notch above the other teams. So like, I'll listen to an argument for OKC. I'll listen to one for San Antonio, and I'll listen to one for the Clippers as far as who we want to face. I think Utah, you have to put above those three teams, again, because of the coaching and because of the home court, because of Utah and they have a distinct home court. Appreciate you, X. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Y'all giving me more life, man. I can't wait for these playoffs. I appreciate the support, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and eat my little chicken teriyaki dinner. And those of you watching this late or whatever, I'll have a breakdown probably a little later in the afternoon tomorrow. But the Dubs, they took care of business, man. Can't complain. I'm out, y'all.